A huge protest has broken out in Hartlepool as demonstrators throw bricks at a line of riot police. Witnesses say a metal beam has been launched at officers during the unrest. Men in balaclavas are said to be hitting the police officers with huge wooden bats. This is a very worrying development. Of course, we've seen disorder in Southport. We saw chaos and disorder in Leeds a couple of weeks ago. We've seen violence at Manchester Airport. Have the police lost control of law and order in this country? Let's get the views of Mark Littlewood, Adam Brooks and Rebecca Reid. Mark, here we go again. What is going on?
Well, I mean, look, as we were just saying earlier in the show about Southport and Leeds, I think there is this undercurrent of discontent and anger, a belief that over a whole series of incidents, the police have not done their job, are not protecting the right people. Rebecca makes the fair point that there isn't a direct logical cause and effect. There isn't a specific thing that people are complaining about. It is anger at the way policing has taken place and a feeling, I think, that we are sort of losing control of the country, that no one's really in charge, that Britain is fraying at the edges, that social breakdown's occurring, and our politicians and authorities don't appear to have much of an answer to it, and to some don't appear to be even-handed, that Indigenous Brits believe they are treated differently to immigrants or ethnic minority communities. Now, whether that's true or false, the fact that people believe it is what matters. It's not just that justice must be done, it's got to be seen to be done.
Is this a crisis of the melting pot society, a crisis of multiculturalism?
100%. And it's... I tell you, look, I'm very angry. I speak about it a lot, about these illegal immigrants, what they get when they come here. We have poor people in this country that are struggling to feed their kids. Yet if you come over here on a dinghy, you get a free bed, you get free housing, you get free food, free healthcare, free travel. You get treated basically like a king. And yet we have got people doing 3 or 4 jobs that are struggling to feed their kids, and they're getting nothing. And I do not trust this government, I didn't trust the last government, or the senior police in this country to protect me and my family or my community. And unfortunately, these poor officers that are on the front line today and yesterday are taking the brunt of anger that is really directed at the hierarchy and the government of this country. And I do not condone that, and I condemn the actions of trying to hurt police officers and setting cars alight.
Of course.
That is going to get us nowhere. But this is going to get worse, and it's because the anger on the street is boiling up. If I'm angry, if your average man and woman is angry, people that maybe are a little bit extreme are going to be even angrier.
Rebecca Reid, do the public have good cause to be angry?
I think there are lots of reasons to be angry. I think being broke is the thing that makes people angriest. I think not being able to buy small things that make your life happy, and also that constant low-level stress about poverty and about keeping a roof over your head.
What about a sense of injustice
Absolutely.
to see people entering the country illegally and not sent back?
That, I think, is... It's a difficult one, because I think it's often used to make people angry in a way that they shouldn't necessarily, because there are people in this country who have more than you do.
Well, if it's costing £3 billion a year to accommodate illegal migrants, then maybe they should be angry.
And absolutely, we need to clear the backlog, and we need to make our processing faster. But that's not really the main reason people are struggling in this country. It's more about how wealth is structured. And I think certainly this idea that certain people get away with more is absolutely not true. I can tell you as a posh white woman that I get away with more than most people demographically. I never get stopped for anything. So it's not fair to suggest that brown people are somehow being handed free rein to commit crimes. That's absolutely not true.
The question, to my view, cost of living has been a problem. But it is the perception that there isn't even-handedness that really causes outrage.
Right.
We usually have the stiff upper lip, you know, keep calm and carry on, but if we don't think that the system's fair and even-handed, that breeds
But I
anger.
think that is right-wing nutters stirring up trouble on the internet, telling you the reason your life's not fair is because the brown people take things away from you, the police are too mean to you, and people are not smart enough to be... media literacy is so low.
Is it racism? These
No,
riots?
no, it's people being sold snake oil. It's people being told the reason you're poor is because someone cheated you.
In Leeds, we see our police force running away. In Southport, we see them with batons and dogs.
OK.
Two-tier policing, and that is going to cause more problems.